we had mindfulness, which was really helpful because that was a lot of a morning. I'm not setting therapy for a day that we are going out ever again. I thought that it would be okay, and it was okay, but that was a lot to do, like all in one morning, plus getting your shopping delivered. I'm really proud of us. I was like, straight up too much. It was a really good therapy session. We got some resources to look at, and we talked a lot about emotional neglect, which was, you know, obviously it's not a fun topic, but it is really helpful to look at and to think about like, you know, how we're still being impacted by it, because it's very, you know, that's not something you can just cognitively process and it stops. That's something that goes really deep in and just affects the way that you see the world and people in it, and the barriers that come up to connection and interest, and like being able to feel like people could be interested in talking to you, and like you're safe to feel interested in talking to other people. It's like, it goes really deep, that one. So I'm really glad we had it, and it was like a lot to deal with. And then we had mindfulness, which was really cool, really useful. It was great. And we were lying on the grass on like a jacket, and we were doing the breathing, breathwork, grounding to anchors. And I was like, oh, my hair's kind of itching, so I brushed it off. Oh, my hair's kind of itching, brushed it off again. Opened my eyes, and I am covered in ants, covered in them. And I moved the jacket, and there's like a massive ant nest underneath it, and I was like, no. And then I had feelings of like panic, and then attempts to suppress the panic, and then guilt, because it's like, well, I'll disturb the session if I freak out. And then, but because we're doing mindfulness, I'm like aware of all these things as an observer, so I was able to be like, no, it's okay, I'm not going to disturb the session, I'm allowed to feel panic, so I just welcome that panic, sit and feel that panic, blow all the ants off of me. Just think of it as like they're just trying to join in. We've had a rough morning, maybe they can sense it, and they're just being here for us. So like reframe it, and then like try and get rid of the ants, but without freaking out about the ants, while freaking out about the ants, but like allowing that to be there, and then just not acting on that, I guess. So then just like walked around and sat at the table, and then a couple of times there'd be like an ant on my face or in my hair, and I'd just it off. And at the end there was one on our bag, and I was like, we've been through this, you can't come with us, you'll lose your whole colony. I got it off our bag. Oh, I was really impressed, really proud. And then yeah, we had a cool session, and I'm still thinking about our therapy session, like processing it, trying to think about how it comes up in like how we engage with others, and thinking about like just noticing what comes up when we try and engage with people, and what our mind goes to when people seem connected or interested, and what barriers arise, and just trying to feel safe in being able to accept connection at a level that feels comfortable and safe enough to us. So it's a lot. Felt really grateful for Ryan as well. He gave us a massive hug as I came back. I was like barely breathing, panic attack, and then he just gave us a really big hug. I was like, it's okay, breathe. And we breathed a bit, and I was just like, okay, that helps a lot. And then we've been just like connecting with ourselves and with each other. Now we're gonna go do Lego.